shot this doe yesterday afternoon with my bow, and I gutted her, skinned her, and hung her, and it got down like in the 30s last night. But what I want to do is I want to show y'all how I break a deer down after I get it to this point right here. And it's super easy for me, and maybe you can learn something. But if this isn't the way you do it your way. But this is the way that I do it. First thing I do is I come in here and I cut the front shoulders off of it. The front shoulders, they do not have anything that attach them except for meat. So you can come right in here, and I actually come down the neck right there and leave as much of that on it as I can. Right there, cut that off. Then I'm gonna do the same on this side, right here. Cut right inside here, come around the top of that scapula there, and then keep all that meat right there, all the way down, just like that. Throw that in the cooler. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let her down a little bit. I'm gonna go right here, and I'm gonna take the back straps out. I'm gonna come straight across right here to the backbone, come down the backbone, just like so. Just follow it all the way down. You can feel that bone in there. Come right here to the top, and then you just wanna follow that bone all the way down. And whenever they get cold like this overnight, I'll show y'all something here in a minute that usually works pretty good. Whenever you do it, you want to just stay right against that bone, all the way down, and just keep pressure, and you'll see how it, when you get down a little bit, it'll start just pulling out of there. See how it's pulling? I'm just keeping pressure right there, and then it comes right out. We'll do the other side. Right here. Come right down that backbone. Just like so. Then usually I make a little cut right here on that side just to kind of get it started. Right in there. And like I said, just keep that knife, as long as you're hitting bone right there, you know that you're getting as much meat as you possibly can off of there with that back strap. Just come right down there, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. It falls right out. Now, this right here is my favorite cut of meat on the deer. Is the true tenderloin, or what we call down here in the South, we call it the sweet meat. So I kind of clean that fat up right there. Take my knife, come down this side, right there, and come up here, cut right across the top. And this right here will almost just peel out and fall in your hand if you do it right. Just like that. If my wife was here, I'd take that in right there and clean it up, and we'd just go on straight in the grease with it, but she's not here. So, do this side the same way. Come right there, come right across the top, come right there. You just see how it just falls out of there. That is a beautiful piece of meat right there. Look at that. We'll clean all that up after a while. That's cool. Now, this is what I do on the hindquarters. So instead of taking and cutting them right here and leaving the bone in the hindquarter, what I do is debone the hindquarter, and I'll show y'all what cuts to make to do that. So what you want to do is come right in here. You want to cut right here, come right along that bone. Like I said, as long as your knife is touching bone, you're not going to leave any meat right there. So cut it right there. Then come up here and you want to be careful. You don't want to cut that tendon, so you want to come down just a little bit below that shank right there and cut at an angle right here, and you'll see where that bone comes down. Come around that bone and then go back up, just like so. Then I'll come around here where that cut was there. Come to there, you got to bring your knife out and around and stay right on the edge of that bone right there. Now I'm going to come back where these two muscles meet. I'm going to cut right straight to the bone. One cut right there. Now I can turn this around and I'm going to let gravity help me right here. I'm going to come right here and just kind of feel that bone right there. Let it come down while gravity's helping me. Let it come down, and you can watch right over here. I'll come right over here, just straight along that bone right there. Keep it just like so. Just like so. Just keep cutting. Keep cutting. And there's your whole deboned hindquarter that you can take and muscle it out later. I'll show y'all on the other side what I did. Come right here, make this cut right here, come right there. Now, there's a gland right here. You want to make sure you cut that gland off. Make that cut right there. Then I'm going to come right here and meet where I was cutting. You got to remember, whenever you come down right there, there's that little part of that you've got to get around. Come right down the edge of it right there. Now I'm going to come right up here below that shank. Come right below there and just make a half circle there. And then remember right there, just come right between those two muscles, straight to the bone. And you'll feel that bone right there where your knife's touching. Right there. Turn this around, pull down. This will work on elk, it'll work on antelope, any kind of wild game that you have. Deboning the hindquarters like this, it will work on anything that you want it to that you want to work on. Just follow that bone all the way down. Just want to be careful not to drop it. Get your hand under it. Follow it down, all the way down. There you go. There's your deboned hindquarter. Pop it in here. Now, if you want the ribs, all you have to do is come right here with a saw and come right down that side and come down that side, and you have the ribs right there. The only thing that's left up here is just the shanks, and I'm going to take here in just a second and cut those shanks off right there for grinding meat. But that's how I break a deer down after I get it skinned and get it gutted.
Hey guys, for more great content from TGR like you just saw, Ken and Lee, what do they have to do?
Hit that like and subscribe button and go turn on those notifications
So that you know when our next piece comes.